Howdy folks, welcome back to 50 Nautical Mile Arc. Today we're going to check out a new aircraft, at least it's new to me. This is the L-410 brought to my attention by Ozwookie, who's a longtime subscriber, so thank you for your continuing support, and thank you everybody else for your continuing support as well. With that being said, I do take requests, and I will check out aircraft if I can, so leave some ideas in your comments, and I might feature something that you brought to my attention, just like I'm featuring the L-410 today. So at the time of this recording, this is a freeware aircraft, and I mention that because I'm pretty certain I've read and heard that it might be payware at some time. But right now it's freeware, so we're going to check it out from a complete cold and dark start. But you might be wondering where we are. We are in rural Minnesota. This is Detroit Lakes, and we're going to be flying up to Roseau. And the reason for that is I just got back from a family wedding in Roseau. We drove to Detroit Lakes to stay overnight and then drove the rest of the way to Roseau to break up the trip with two little kids. But we drove the entire way back on the way home. 6-hour drive if you don't stop at all, which I've done. 7.5-hour drive if you stop like normal people, which I'm not a normal person. But with the kids it takes 9 hours because they have to stop every 5 seconds for various things. But it's going to be a lot faster to fly, thankfully. There's a train going by. On the left is Highway 10, US 10. Off in the distance would be US 59, and this field behind the three long hangars is the Walmart just outside of Detroit Lakes. And Detroit Lake itself is in the background. I don't expect anybody to know this area. Well, I do have one subscriber kind of from the area, from northern Minnesota. Hopefully they catch this video because they would definitely know this area. But my dad used to live here too when I was in my 20s, and I would drive up and visit him from Minneapolis. But it's interesting to see it in the sim. My oldest son and I did drive by the airport when we were in Detroit Lakes. We went to Walmart to get something because we forgot something. Everything else was closed. And he didn't mind being up late. And there's a train engine without a train behind it down there. That's kind of funny. Anyway, this is a flight sim channel, not a tour Minnesota channel. So let's get on with the flight. I already told you where we are. The letters for the airports were displayed 9.5 seconds into the video like usual, but we are going to check this thing out. I do have a checklist. I've not spent any time in this aircraft. Well, I did spend 35 seconds trying to get it started without a checklist, and I failed to do so because I didn't know where the push button start was. I was doing something else. So I have a checklist, and I actually watched a video of this in real life being started up, and I hope we have success. But my point being, I have not spent any time in this aircraft. So if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining us. One thing that I do is I do unpolished flying, and I call it flying or flight simulator like the rest of us. So I do have some polished flights, but I'll do things like this video where I've never been in this. I haven't practiced. All I've done is set my presets, and we're going to learn this together pretty much. There's a click spot here for the door. There we go. We're going to learn this together and fly it for the very first time together. If it takes too long for me to get going and get to Detroit Lake or Roseau, we'll stop mid-flight and call it a day. But I'm hoping to get to Roseau. My family is out of the house right now, and I'm flying way earlier than usual, and I'm hoping to get done by then. So I better stop talking and get going. The door's open to let people in. As my understanding is, that's the only door on this aircraft. So everybody would be boarded, and then the captain would follow everybody and shut the door as they enter. That is my understanding of how this works. But let's hop up front and let's take out my checklist and get this going. I apologize if you hear my paper checklist sound, but I've moved my microphone and pop filter, and it's right where I hold my paper. So anyway, parking brake needs to be set. Now, oh, we gotta move these guys. Where's the click spot for them? Right there. Nope, that was a click spot for something else. There we go. I don't know what I clicked over here. Anyway, a parking brake is this on my yoke. I think it's set. It has to be because the pneumatic pressure is shooting way up when I set my parking brake. So that has to be parking brake set. If not, I'll find out soon. The batteries, I think, are up here. Yes, battery 1 and battery 2. Beacon light is there. Position light is there. Remember to check fuel. I have not checked fuel. I'm glad that was in my checklist. Fuel and actually it's weight and balance, and then fuel is fuel's already up from my last flight. Our flight time, let's go a little bit longer, just because. And we'll do done. And apply changes? Why does that look different than last time? Anyway, IELU, oh, that turned itself on. I think that's like some stabilizer thing. I can't remember. Prop levers to feather. Where am I? There we go. I have to actually reset all of these because my yoke resets everything. There we go. Pitot heat off. I don't even know where that is. I did spend a couple seconds looking for that before. I never did find it. So if you can tell me where pitot heat is, any of my viewers, please do. I guess I could always check the documentation for the third time off camera, but I'm not sure where pitot heat is at this moment. Anti-ice off, fuel tanks or fuel pumps on, I believe. Looks like they're already on. Okay, they're already on. Engine starting is ready to go. So if I come down here now, right, fuel mixture, they're both going to go up because of my yoke. Engine starting right on, and then you come down. Let's see, what am I going to see? This one should work. Gotta lift that up and start the right engine. And I hear success this time. It's just push button. Whoops, that needs to stay up. Do those other ones move? What's this stuff? I don't even know what those are. Huh. I guess I have some more research to do. Do we have rotation? There we go. Very nice. And we have rotation. Cool. Not very loud. I guess that's okay. I'm used to the beach, which, or the 1900, which is very, very loud. Okay. Make sure everything is stable. I guess we will look there. Looks stable to me. And we'll come up here and turn on the generators, which turns that on too, I guess. All right, left engine starting is on. Come back down here and start the left engine. Sounds like success to me. Let's close that up. I believe this is autopilot. We can't see my mouse. I can't remember. I don't think you can see my mouse moving. I think that's autopilot though, right in the center of your screen. Have to learn how to use that. All right, let's hop outside. This is an evening flight, by the way. Evening in northern Minnesota in October, late October. Oh my gosh, it's November in a couple days. That means it's gonna be dark quite early. All right, good, good, good. Oh, generators on. Now, I imagine at some time I turn my engine starting levers off, but I'm not sure when yet. Oh, never mind. It says right here. Forget it. Inverters on. What's inverters? Over here. I think that's all of these guys, right? Yep. Inverters on. Avionics can come on. When I watched the real life video of this, they just turned pretty much every switch on at one time and then started the engines. It's kind of funny. Avionics, I just did all that. Where's that seatbelt sign? Yes, turned on some lights. I guess those could have been on sooner, huh? Let's see. Engine starting off. There we go. Auto feather. That's not this. This is feather control. I'll turn those on anyway. I don't know where auto feather is. So pitot heat and auto feather have to be discovered. I think these are lights. Oh yes. Ooh, that's nice. What does that do? Whoa. Don't need that much light. Let's go like that. Nice lights. Okay. Yeah, pitot heat and auto feather. Those have to be found, I guess. All right, cross feed on. All of our radio stuff on already. It looks like. Whoa, my zoom is fast. I guess only one is actually going to do anything. Okay, ADF is on. Everything else is on. Oh, this is a check plane, by the way. That's why you have the language down here in the center. I keep trying to point with my mouse. I forget you can't see it. Navigation instruments, we'll set those up in a minute. Taxi lights on. Taxi, go up, up. There we go. Engine instruments checked. Trim. I can't remember what we're going to set it to. We're going to set it to like... Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me use my wheel on my yoke for this. There we go. Come on, back. Oh my gosh, it does weird things. You know, forget about that. I'll worry about that later. Okay, let's get our instruments set up. I'm actually going to... Oh, I have another way of looking at that. What is it? I don't remember. Let's just go like this one. Okay. We can always zoom in, I guess. Alright, can we pop it out? We can. Okay, I haven't used the 430 very much. I assume it's very similar to the 530. How do I clear flight plan? Delete flight plan. Enter. We're Detroit Lakes. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted. No, back up. Back up. How do I back up? There we go. Push. There we go. Now we can go down here and we can put in... We're actually going to put in a waypoint. We're going to do the instrument approach. I was going to do the VOR approach, but I want to practice land alpha in the 727 before I do it again in other airplanes because, I don't know, I have to relearn where everything is. It's been a long time. Remember, even though I have videos going again, it's been almost 8 months now since I've done some of this stuff. That's a long time. So we're going to go to T2E, I guess. I'm not sure how to say that. Tango, Indigo Tango, Uniform Echo. There you go. Enter, accept, and then KROX. KROX, which is Roseau, which I know is modeled because I modeled it myself. The second airport I modeled, the first one was War Road. Second one was Roseau. Alright, KROX. Roseau, Rudy, somebody, can't remember his name. Alright, so go direct to 2E. I think we go to... How do I get the map in this? I've seen it done. Oh gosh. Set that to GPS. Why can't I remember how to get the map? There we go, we just go like that. What does this do? What does that do? Whoops, I didn't want to do that. There we go, there's map. Pretty simple. We'll just fly until we get our approach at. This is so easy. I don't know why I'm talking about it. Whatever. Those of you who watch all my videos, we do pretty much the same thing every time. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We got the approach set. We're going to land at runway 34 because that's the only instrument approach. And it's getting dark, which I guess is okay. Alright, back to the checklist. Props windows closed. Well, this window doesn't open in real life. This opens. Doesn't open in the sim. Taxi clearance received. Parking brakes released. And we will get going here. I don't know if we have pushback or not. So let's see what happens if we put the props forward. Can let go of the parking brake. And can we back this thing up? Which I have heard sometimes they do use reversers to back up some of these planes. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. We're gonna make it. Nice, nice. Let's go to this view. Where are we going? I don't know the airport, obviously. Okay, we're gonna go up this way. Whoa, let's get those props back, because man, that is no throttle at all. Look how fast we're going. Yikesy, yikesy. Okay, let's look up out the window here. And let's get the props forward a little bit to taxi softly. It's like low gears, like the gears in a car, your propellers speeds. Holy cow, that's like barely touching the props, and we're still going forward without any throttle. Behaves very smoothly. I'm very much enjoying this plane already. Of course, it's similar to the Beech 1900D, which is my favorite GA aircraft. Even though I fly the Twin Otter more often, the Beech is my favorite so far. And we'll talk about my favorite airliner the next time I fly it. I'll keep it a secret for those of you who are new. Alright, let's head out to runway 31. I'll meet you there, I guess. Alright, we're stopped and parking brake is set. We're going to come up here and turn on our landing lights. And turn off some of the extra cabin. Oh, the seatbelt light turned itself off. That's funny. What else do you want to do up here? What do I have on my checklist? Flaps down. Oh my gosh, I didn't do flaps. Good thing I have a checklist. We'll do flaps down both. Come on. There we go. Flaps all the way down. I believe there's only 2 settings in this. Pitot heat on. Still don't know where pitot heat is. Flaps set. Time noted. Landing lights on. Nose gear pedals. Is there a steering control to change it to pedals? If there is, I don't know where that is. V1 85 knots. VR 90 knots. Is that what this thing is over here? Yeah, no, that's vertical speed. Kilometers an hour. I don't see IAS anywhere. Well, what is this? If I zoom in on this, what does this show me here? Oh, there you go. Aha! Knots. Or kilometers converted to knots. So we want 90 knots. So we'll go just under 200. So that's times 10. So that's 20 on the dial. That's how you do that, kiddos. Those of you who have driven old motorcycles want to know your RPMs. Actually, a car, too, if you have a stick. Times 100, times 10. Just depends on the manufacturer. It's getting dark, and we are ready to go. We are not going to request a back taxi because we do not need this entire runway. Alright, so my parking brake button works in this aircraft. I've been having trouble in other aircraft with it. Here we go. Looks like we got yellow on for flaps and yellow on for throttle and gear, which should be yellow. Alright, let's just head out here. Whoa, brake check. Alright, so I was watching other people do this in real life, and they spool up the engines before they take off. So let's see. I had to reach around my microphone and do this. So we'll spool them up. Then we'll let go. And away we go. We need to get to 20 on that dial before we run out of runway. I don't think that's... we're already, like, lifting up. That was very strange. Okay, I guess we'll take off at whatever that was, 12. Good. Alright, first set of flaps in. This does have gear. Yes. Let's hop outside and watch this in action. And try to fly backwards, which is very difficult to fly backwards. I better hop in so I don't have any problems. Okay, now we're under control. Half the passengers threw up. There we go. Okay. Wow, this simulator looks awesome when it's dark and cloudy. Alright, here we go. What do we got for scenery? Very nice. I have another view somewhere here. There we go. Nice sunset. Highway 10 down there. Now I don't know if I have to worry about engine management in this. Let's dial this back so we're not in the red. Dial the props back. There we go. Are we crashing? Nope. But I'm not watching either. Some of this is so hard to do without a co-pilot. But I've never flown this, and we are actually in the air, and we haven't... Oh, landing lights turned themselves off. Okay. Fine. I guess I don't have to worry about that then. I wanted to do some sightseeing. I'm having a hard time here. Alright. So there's Detroit Lakes in the background. Highway 10 in the train tracks. The airport. Detroit Lake above the tail. Fargo, North Dakota off the wing. About a 40-minute drive there. And we are off into the sunset, folks. I like the sounds of this. This is a really nice aircraft. For freeware, this is an absolutely stellar aircraft. For payware, it's still a great aircraft, in my opinion. But I'm easy to please. That's why I don't typically do reviews or anything, because I'm too easy. I do demos. Demo is something like this, where I'm showing a plane, I've never seen it before, and I'm talking about it. Whereas a review is supposed to be more honest, but I'm too nice. But that being said, I really am already enjoying this aircraft. Am I on fire? Is that why I've got smoke coming out? Everything's in the green. If there's fire... I'm trying to watch my attitude indicator now, unlike last time. Alright, so green, green, green. Well, see the attitude indicator? Let's level off. There you go. green, 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 green. Everything's in the green, so I assume that's gonna be fine. I don't think there's anything else I would need to do. Wow, this is really, really awesome. Look back out the window here. I've not engaged autopilot, by the way. I don't even know how to use it in this. So let's pull up our GPS and see where we're nowhere near a waypoint here. Let's see here. I gotta figure out where we are. Now I know I can go like that. Nope. Go like... We're pointing down, aren't we? Go like that. Nope. Doggone it. There it is. So we're 6.9 miles off, I guess. How do we go back to the map? There we go. Alright, so we're in the clouds. What are we doing? We're vertical speed, 600 feet per minute. And we're banking slowly to get back onto our GPS course. And I'm flying completely with the gauges right now. I don't even have to look out the window. There we go. What do we have? 500 feet per minute still. Now we're going to head towards our GPS track. I'm not looking at the GPS. I'm looking at my... Is that the HSI in the center? I can't remember. Should bank... What we're banking the other way. 800 feet per minute. There we go. There. So we could fly just like this the whole way if we wanted to, but that would not be fun. So let's hop back up here. Oh, now we're on top of the suit. I had no plans for like height or anything. Alright, let's level off here and let ourselves naturally get closer to our GPS track. Keep looking out the window. That's cool. That's awesome. So we got off to a shaky start, but I'm kind of proud of myself for making up for it by looking at just my instruments and not crashing. I don't do that much. I usually just engage autopilot right away and just sightsee, but this hand flying is really fun. And this aircraft is just gorgeous. Alright, so looking at our checklists. Climb, already did that. Oh, there's no cruise on here, just descent. Alrighty. Here we go. Cruise power. 1700 RPMs. Let's see if I can do this and not crash here. What are we looking at? There's RPM there. We're at like 2000 RPMs. So I guess that means we would technically bring it back. But then we slow down. So we're just going to keep it up there and keep cruising away. Alright, I'm still hand flying, by the way. I've not engaged autopilot. When I was doing some research, people were saying that autopilot isn't very common in these. But we have autopilot right there in the center of your screen. So this model has autopilot. And I would imagine the real world ones by now have autopilot. I think these were built... They're in service from like 1971 and they're still in service. So maybe the autopilot comment was true. I don't know. But anyway, we're not using autopilot. I did some research and these are either 15, 17, or 19-seater aircraft. Just depends on configurations, and I think it changed with... changes with the engine or something because they use them for skydiving and a few other things. But anyway, hand flies very, very, very nicely. This is very easy to hand fly. It seems rather frame rate friendly. I mean, I'm doing okay with heavy clouds in this aircraft. If we were doing this in the beach, we'd be having some issues. And I don't think there's really that much traffic in real life down there in this part of the state. Alright, we're at 9,200. About to level off here. Still flying toward the GPS track. And my original plan was to fly slant alpha to Thief River Falls and then catch the VOR approach like I mentioned, but we're just going to go GPS all the way. So I'm just looking around the cockpit a little bit. I think over here, oh, again, you can't see my mouse. In the middle of your screen, those 3 white things, I think, when I was watching a video, yeah, that's your warning tests, and these are all your light tests and everything, but none of it seems to be modeled, at least not at the moment. And up here we have circuit breakers, which are all on. I guess you can flip them on and off. I don't think they do anything, but you can play with them because switching is fun. In fact, there's a lot of this that I don't think is modeled per se in terms of using and needing to get things done. Let's see, what else? Not much else going on in here. Bunch of stuff down by my feet. I'm pushing the mouse around and doesn't seem to be modeled while I watch my attitude indicator because we're banking again. I love this lighting. I think, which one turned on? Whoa, nope, not you. Which one was it that? There, that one. There we go. All the stuff down here. So yeah, so those engine starting things on this part, I don't know what those other 2 covers are for. I'll have to do some research on that. Oh, come on, close. You gotta get the click spots just right. Alright, we're about to line up with our GPS, so let's get the lights a little darker here. There we go. We could, I guess, just fly like this to line up. It actually isn't moving yet, is it? It looks so close on the GPS, but on our HSI. Is that the HSI? I really gotta brush up on my terminology here. That is not moving yet. We have leveled off, though, at 9,680 feet above sea level. We're about 1,000 feet above sea level on the ground, so we're about 8,600 above the ground level. Alright, our gauge is starting to move quickly, so let's start banking to the left to line up with our thing. Whoa, 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 this is touchy. Also sinking quite a bit, aren't we? Alright, we're at 10,000 even. Let's see if I can stay level here while I try to intercept this manually. Again, autopilot is not on yet. Alright, so as soon as we hit 10,000, because I got a little high, I'm going to engage heading or alt on the autopilot and see if that is how that works. Because I don't see anywhere to set my heading or anything. Or set my altitude. And so here we go. Let's engage altitude. Well, now let's engage altitude now. There we go. And then we can engage nav. And that should take us over a little bit, and it will, to line us up with our GPS. Excellent. So there we go. We are climbing, though, I notice, still a little bit. Alright, I obviously did something wrong with autopilot because autopilot turned me all the way around 180 degrees to catch our GPS. So, I'm obviously not doing something right. But I'm getting back on track now, manually. Alright, I got my GPS up. Just because I can, and I haven't used a GPS like this before, actually. I don't think I've ever used the 430 before, now that I think about it. If I have, I don't recall ever using it. I'm just looking at my track, lining up with my arrow. And I can look down at my gauges for the same information. But the GPS is a lot more accurate and sensitive looking. And there's time on here, too. We've been at 24 minutes and 47 seconds for a long time. Hopefully that goes down once I straighten out here. There we go. Let's turn into the track. I'm going to overshoot a little bit, I guess. Not by much, though. So bearing 5, tracking 5. I've talked about that in other videos, heading versus tracking. Heading is the direction you're facing, but tracking is where you actually want to go for where you're going because of wind. So your heading might say 50, but your tracking might be 43 or something. So I'm just playing with the lighting, and I don't see any cabin lights modeled. It's pretty dark, even when I turned all of these things on and off. So either there's more I need to do, or this is just for show and there really aren't any lights back there. I'm not exactly sure what is modeled and what isn't. I just know that while it's freeware now, I believe it's a work in progress and it'll be payware later, as I said in the beginning of the video. Well, I'm just trying to entertain myself. I'm just trying to hand fly and sightsee at the same time. Just checking out down below. Playing with the GPS. Just learning the 430 and what the different buttons do and everything. Like, for example, I figured this out finally. And just having a good time. Playing with some stuff. Looking around. Still haven't found the Pytot heat. Oops. Still not looking at my stuff. But anyway, I'm just going to keep chugging along. And I will we'll catch up with you in a moment. Alright, got a light on here that says minimum fuel, but I'm confused because if I check out my fuel, it says I've got 50 minutes, unless it was at 53 though, so maybe, I don't know, it was at 53, it went down 3 minutes, so it is working, it is doing something. I don't know, if I run out of fuel, I guess I'll just put more in. Not sure what's considered minimum, but we're not too far away, so yeah, we're 14 minutes until we line up at the runway, and then we'll be at the runway. So 15 minutes of fuel should be plenty, I think. Yeah, I don't know, we'll just keep an eye on that. How far are we? Yeah, see, we're pretty close. Pretty close, and then that should line us up at the runway. Now, something I forgot to do is I forgot to check the altitude we're supposed to be at when we reach our waypoint, because I was planning on doing this completely VFR when I planned the flight, so I didn't check altitude. I just wanted a waypoint to shoot for. But knowing ground level is about 1,200 feet, I think, give or take. I think when we get to the waypoint, we want to be about, gosh, what's that going to be? Like 2,200 feet above sea level, I guess. This does have spoilers. Oh, there's your airport up there. See it? Just popped in near the top of your screen. This does have spoilers. I forgot what my spoiler buttons are. I wasn't planning on using them, but I got to figure it out before I break out the 727, though, soon. Alright, we're descending nicely. We are pretty much on course, I believe. I guess we're a little bit to the left. We were on course a moment ago, I promise. Just having a hard time following all my gauges while I click on things and play around. I'm still discovering the cockpit, so I'm probably looking at my gauges far less than I should be. I know I'm looking at my gauges far less than I should be because I'm off course again. Anyway, we're coming up. We're getting close to our waypoint, and then we'll have our approach to the airport. There we go. We're right on track. Descending nicely. Everything is ready to go. We are just patiently waiting to to line up with the runway. We're at 4,540 feet above sea level, which means we're about 3,200 above ground level. So we're right about where I want it to be. I did figure out my spoilers, by the way, on my keyboard, so I feel more comfortable with that in case we need them, although I don't expect to need the spoilers. But if we do, I have figured them out. My landing lights are on. What else is on my list? That's it. Approach. Everything blah 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 blah. Auto feather. Anti-skid, don't know what that is, where that is. Reverse latch, don't know where that is. But anyway, we'll just keep on going down. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Start the turn to 338. And I can't even see where we are in my eyes. 350, we'll just use the GPS to tell us where we are. 338, which means airport. There it is. Nice. Excellent. Alright, what were they going to do? I forgot what I was going to look up. Let's go to 338. Other way, 338. I was going to look something up and I already forgot what it was. Shoot. Oh, I was going to make the conversion here. Because the speed limit is 250, 100. Oh, 4, yeah, we're not even close. Okay, never mind. When you do the kilometer conversion to nautical miles, we're not even close to the speed limit, so that was never a concern. We do have to keep an eye on our altitude, though. Let's stick around 3,300 like we are. Gear down. And I believe we can do first set of flaps, can we? Yes, we can do first set of flaps. Yeah. Spoilers in, a little bit of throttle, because I forgot to get my spoilers out. I'm not used to using spoilers on such a small aircraft. There we go. Yes, keep the, there we go. Back under control. Gears down. First set of flaps are out. Again, I don't know what, well, we took off at like 110 kilometers and we've lost a lot of weight since then. So imagine, I mean, we can land at like 110 kilometers, which was like 54 knots or something, it said. 60 some knots. Ooh, nice. 2 green, or 2 red and 2 white on the Pappy. I guess I'm doing something right. Gear down, second set of flaps in a moment here. Okay, let's do the flaps. Props forward. Let's just keep those Pappy red and white. And let's go a little faster. I don't know this aircraft. I don't know what my minimum speed is. So we're going to come in hot, I know. We have lots of runway. And we have reversers, so we can come in hot and float, I guess. Okay, throttle a little bit. I feel like we're coming in way faster than we need to. I'm pretty sure we are. Simply because of our takeoff speed and we lost weight. Wow, when I don't look around, I do pretty well. We've been on the glide slope the entire time. Spot on. Huh. Whoa, tree. Wow, it really helps when you don't sightsee when you're trying to land, huh? Okay, I have a feeling we're going too slow. 40, 20, throttle back. 10? What? How big is this plane? Come on. Nice. Reversers. Oh my gosh, we stopped in like 10 feet. Yeah. Let's not talk about that. Let's see here. Can I make this turn? I can't see anything. It's so dark on my screen. Let's get off this runway and I'll try to figure out where we are here. Alright, let's stop here since we don't have a co-pilot, and we will set the parking brake, come up here and turn taxi lights on. Are we actually stopped? Yes. Let's have a look outside. Those clouds look really low to you. Very dark place, isn't it? Alright, parking brake is off. Let's taxi a little bit here. Actually, let's just use the outside taxis as we can. Flaps are coming in. And we just need to head south, and then we'll get to the hangars, the few hangars that there are. We're about to cross the turf runway that you can't see because it's not lit up in the sim. There weren't lights on it in real life, so I didn't put them on here when I modeled this airport. But I love this aircraft. This is great. I didn't know what to expect. For freeware, like I said, it is out of this world, and for payware, it's very, very, very good too. Not quite steady level in the condition it's in now, or where it is in its development. But plenty of things to click on, plenty of things to enjoy. And I really enjoyed it a lot. And my hand flew that entire flight. It's kind of exhausting, but it was worth it. Just trying to get across this grass here. And I'm very thankful for Ozwookie for pointing this out to me, or else I never would have discovered this aircraft. But very, very fun. I'm very, very pleased, very, very impressed. And here we go. We're just going to go to the main parking area. And we'll stop right about here. And it's an all or nothing braking system. Hop and or set the parking brake actually gets set there. It did. Parking brake is set. Kill the engines with the fuel. All the lights are already on for the cabin and everything. I think we can keep all that the way it is for now. I'm not too worried about it. Let's hop back here and get this door open. So I'm not sure about cabin lights. I guess maybe there aren't any cabin lights modeled. The switches are modeled, but the lights themselves don't seem to be doing anything. Let's turn that on. Oh, does that affect back here? Nope. But you can creepily see the lights up front in the cockpit behind the curtain. Otherwise, everything here looks fine. Why do I still hear these noises if everything is stopped? Not sure, but let's hop outside. So thank you for flying with me today. I had a few issues and some navigation issues and some issues with autopilot. I'll have to figure out the autopilot. So there's a few things I want to figure out too, like I want to find out where pitot heat is. And what was that other thing on here that I couldn't find? Where was it here? Anti-skid and reverse. Figure out where those are. I just realized I do have a shutdown checklist. Overhead panel generators can come off. Beacon light can, that light can come off, obviously. As can that and that. Fuel pumps can come off, of course. Oh, some of these don't turn off. Okay. That would explain why some of this stuff was on when I got to it. Radios can all come off. Battery stuff can come off. Well, there we go. Now it's nice and quiet. Yeah, there you go. Now we're ready. There you go. It's super dark. I guess there would hopefully be more lights for us to see ourselves than there are right now, but it's pretty dark. Anyway, I really enjoy the aircraft. Thank you so much for Ozwookie for pointing it out to me. I recommend everybody get this aircraft while it's free, and if it does become payware, I would recommend people paying for it too if you're watching this in the future. So that being said, thank you for flying with me. It was a long flight for me, short flight for you through the magic of editing. I am going to quickly pack up and get out of here before my kids get home and the wild night starts. Other than that, please like, please subscribe, please share with your friends. And with that being said, I will catch you on the next one.